next guest tonight, many of you know, and if you don't, where have you been? Trent Hazelberg spent a long time at Kohler, and he is a showman and a chef and a generous person, and we'd like to welcome him.
Well, you get down the fiddle and you get down the bow, kick off the shoes and you throw them on the floor. Dance in the kitchen in the morning light, Louisiana Saturday night. You get down the fiddle and you get down the bow, kick off the shoes and you throw them on the floor. Dance in the kitchen.
Oh, I forgot my beads on my desk. Can I borrow one?
You can borrow mine.
I don't want to take them all.
You gotta have two.
Two. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
All right, Trent.
Well, good job so far, Fran. This is the key, though. Can you?
This is it.
Can you
We're all waiting
survive
for
with
the food.
the Trent?
I don't know. Be gentle with me.
Sounds good.
Thank you. So what are you making here tonight, Trent? And when are we going to be able to sample your wares? I understand.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and say that, if you are lucky enough, first come, first serve, right? After we get done, Chef Evie, my daughter, she's going to rock out the gumbo tonight. She's going to teach Fran a thing or two, right? So, but March 1st, you guys are hosting Mardi
Gras Madness.
Oh my goodness. It's too many M's.
We're mad,
Too many
I'm telling
M's.
you.
Too many
Mad.
M's. But you guys are also doing a gumbo competition that day.
Right.
Which I've already said that Claire, she's got no chance. No chance. No chance.
So anyone can sign up for this, right?
That is correct.
Compete against
That
the
is
great
correct.
Trent.
Yes.
And the great Claire remains to be seen. We'll see.
Sounds like game on.
So,
How are we doing here? We got some heat going on.
so you're gonna make some gumbo for us tonight?
That is correct.
All right.
So Evie's already started sauteing our Holy Trinity, which is onions, peppers, and celery.
I'm
Okay.
praying to it as we speak.
I know. Pray. And then Evie, while you're doing that, why don't you go ahead and throw in the shrimp?
Ooh,
Is this thing working here?
is this thing on?
Is it on? Seems to be on. It'll probably take a second.
All right.
And then we'll throw in some sausage. Evie, why don't you go grab that sausage there? This is, can you hold that for me, please? Thank you. So that is Andouille sausage, which is very typical for using in a gumbo. Yes, that is correct.
You don't say.
You don't say, do you? So we got our sausage in there. We have our shrimp in there. And you know what a lot of people like throwing in there? Chicken.
Chicken.
Because
You have
Evie
chicken? You
was
can
telling
put
me
in
last
chicken
night that
and
everything
shrimp?
tastes like chicken. And she said that she ate snake at one time. And I don't remember this. Do you remember that?
You don't remember when she ate snake?
I don't. Yeah. But she ate snake.
When did you eat snake? You don't know? Well, if you don't know when you're eating a snake, I can see why you think everything tastes like chicken.
That's right. All right. You can go ahead and throw the chicken in there. Oh, it's working. I can hear the sizzle.
Oh, okay.
That's
Sizzle.
good. It's a good thing we don't have to depend too much on the
Chicken and
TV magic
shrimp.
here. Yep. So I like putting it all in there. You got the chicken, sausage, and the shrimp. So you get a little taste of the ocean, the land, and, a little bit of pig in any dish doesn't go bad anytime.
Where's the pig?
That was in the sausage.
This
Yeah,
is the
you're
pig.
still holding the pig.
It's not shaped like a pig.
No, it's definitely
No,
not
no,
shaped like a pig.
okay. Well,
Um,
I
So-
can recognize it.
So anyways, she's going to be sauteing that. That's going to take a minute. And as I like to say, as we wait, we'll hydrate.
All right.
So also in my cooking classes, oh, there we go. In my cooking classes, I teach about improvisation, right? And so one of the ingredients that you can use in your gumbo, and normally when you look at the recipe, you'll look online, you'll find a recipe, maybe it's by Alton Brown, maybe it's by you know, Tom Colicchio or whoever, right? And most of the time when you find this recipe, people are like, you have to use white wine, right? And I say, you know what? I don't like you. I say you do what you want, right? Because you cook it the way you like. So we'll throw a little beer in there, right? And then some people, I actually had a great conversation with someone in the audience tonight about their preference and how that they actually went down to the South. I don't know what the South is. I get confused, I get lost when I get out of Green Lake. But he was saying that he actually went down and had some cooking classes down south, which I thought was really awesome. And what they were saying was actually use bouillon cubes for the chicken stock. I still personally, I like chicken stock. I like to make my own and all that kind of stuff, but to each their own. And again, like I said before, you cook it the way you like. So anyways, we'll throw a little of this in there. And then the next step that's really, really important, and hopefully we'll be able to get it done on this side, and if not, it is what it is. But making this lovely, delightful thing, if you want to put your nose on that.
Ooh,
Kind of smells like caramel, right?
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah. So what that is that's your brown roux. Now, we're going to sing a song together, right? Butter and flour make a roux. Ready? Butter and flour make a roux, a roux. Butter and flour make a roux, right? And so what you do differently with this one is you just keep cooking it. Keep cooking it.
So this
Keep
is like
cooking it.
burnt roux.
Keep cooking it. Yep. It's not burnt. It's before burnt.
Brown roux. Oh,
It's
it's
like-
right before burnt.
That's right.
So you do
so-
sort of have to know what you're doing.
Well, no, it's basically just stir it for half an hour. You'll be good.
And so you can tell it's before burnt.
Yep. You use your nose. Smell for the caramel.
But you got to hang around it the whole time. Then.
You do. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
kind of like
You can't,
Italian
like, you
cooking.
know-
You just never leave.
Put it in the oven and turn it on.
Exactly.
Comes out done.
Exactly.
That's the only recipe I know.
Yep. How we doing there, sweetie?
Pretty good.
You gotta yell at it now. You gotta start saying, boil! Boil!
Now this needs to boil.
Yeah.
And then
So
what-
when
what-
you're adding your brown roux, you gotta have it boil, right? And so that's really important there.
And that's what thickens the whole thing up?
That's correct. Yep. So roux, there's many different thickeners in the world. Roux is probably your most basic. Like I said, it's just flour and butter. But there's also slurry, which is cornstarch and water. And there's also arrowroot, which is kind of done the same way as cornstarch. And these are all things you could possibly learn if you came to one of my cooking
But is
classes.
slurry then a roux also? But it's
It
just
is
a
a
slurry
thickener.
roux?
Correct. Yep.
But they're all roux?
No.
No,
That's a roux.
only that's a roux.
Yeah. It's those crazy French people. They have their terms for everything, you know.
So it's trying to get back at us.
So anyways, Evie's going to keep working on that, and you know, if it turns out good, which I know it will, we can maybe have that as a sample as we finish up here. But I want to show you guys how this looks on the plate. So traditionally, you can do this, again, the way you like, but most time, people just serve it with rice, right? So we have our done product here.
Oh, that looks good.
And it tastes good too.
That's got it. So this
Actually-
is this with
Yep.
the roux in it.
That's with the roux in there. And you know, honestly, what you need to do is you need to put that stuff on a crack-a, dude.
Oh. All right,
Right?
well, show me how it's done.
Yeah. So you gotta make sure you get as much stuff on there as you can.
All right. I got a piece of chicken, I think. But everything tastes like chicken, so.
Right?
Oh, this is serious.
Right? And in the words of my old chef, that doesn't suck.
It's zippy.
Yeah. That's all the Creole seasoning that Evie put in there last night. I told her to stop, but she just kept going.
Oh, and it gets zippier
Mm-hmm.
as time goes by.
Yeah, you might need to hydrate.
Wow. Hydrate. What's the worst mistake you ever made?
Ooh, that's a great question. This is a good one. So the worst mistake is not understanding how fire works. So we had the greatest idiot savant.
State Farm Agency.
Yeah, right? You'll appreciate this actually. Yeah.
I'm excited.
So I actually got to had the opportunity to work with one of the greatest idiot savants I've ever worked with in my life. The guy had zero social skills, but he was one of the best culinary minds I've ever worked with in my life. His second day on the job, and on the first day, mind you, he had already started the salamander, which is like a downward-facing fire thing, and there's like a vent on top. And he had put all of the sauces on top of the salamander, and all the sauces boiled over onto the salamander, which started the fire in the salamander. First day on the job. Second day, we were going to make a hollandaise sauce, right, which is like butter and egg yolks. And so he was heating up some butter. And I went back there because we had to go help the lunch line cook to go grab some ingredients. And I see a 6-foot flame coming out of this pot, right? And I'm like, what do I do? So first thought was, let's cover it. So I covered it with a sheet tray, and I took it off the burner that it was on, and I turned my back, and it was so hot that it was coming out of the bottom of the pan that I put on top. So the next thought is, well, how do you put fire out? And again, this is oil, grease, fat, right? Don't use water. No. I used water. It went out, but the back of the wall was completely black, and it was a big mess. And of course, I had to stick around and clean that up. But yeah, that was probably the dumbest thing I've ever done at work.
And you live to tell about it, so who cares?
Yeah.